Labor Day marchers blast DPP over lack of support for workers. Workers and their supporters yesterday took to the streets of Taipei to mark International Workers' Day with demands for the government to offer better labor welfare. Event organizer May First Action Alliance yesterday said about 5,000 people took part in the rally. Demonstrators took part in the Labor Day march in Taipei, throwing mock ballot papers in the air, while holding banners that accused the people in power of not caring about average workers' difficult life. The alliance demanded that the government address the failures of its two touted labor amendments, which were to address low wages and labor pension reforms, and protested the exploitation of medical personnel during the COVID-19 pandemic. The protesters demanded that the government reinstitute 7 national holidays that were rescinded in a 2016 labor reform. The reform sparked protests from workers and labor groups at the time, as workers would not be eligible for additional pay if scheduled to work on those days, amounting to a pay cut. Alliance leader and Taiwan Confederation of Trade Unions President Chang Chien-sing said that average wages for workers were decreasing each year due to the rise of commodity prices. The government should endeavor to lower working hours and increase wages, he said, adding that long hours and low wages are part of the reason Taiwanese are becoming more reluctant to have children. Chang said the government must draft legislation to ensure that the labor insurance fund remains healthy. The government must also lower thresholds for union formation to help protect labor rights, he added. The Ministry of Labor yesterday said in response that the 47% rise in the minimum wage over 7 years demonstrates the government's commitment to protecting labor rights. President Tsai Ing-wen marked International Workers' Day by saying that it is imperative for the government to now provide more consideration and care for workers, particularly given an adverse outlook for the global economy in the year ahead. The government since 2016 has been making concerted efforts to slash workers' economic burdens with measures to increase the minimum wage, cut taxes and implement diverse social welfare programs, Tsai said. Blast.
动词严厉批评爆炸发出巨大声响名词爆炸巨大声响狂风
Labor welfare
劳工福利
Demonstrator
名词示范者展示者示威者抗议者
Demonstrate
动词展示表明显露示范抗议示威
Accuse somebody of something
指控控告某人做某坏事
Labor pension reform
劳工退休年金改革
Exploitation
不公平的剥削利用开发利用
Protester
抗议者抗议人士
Reinstate
重新恢复制度状态恢复原有的职务把物品放回原处
rescind, rescind,
法律和规定的撤销、废除、作废。
be eligible for something, be eligible for something,
对某事具有资格、符合条件。
endeavor, endeavor,
努力、竭尽全力、设法。
reluctant, reluctant,
勉强的、不愿意的。
draft legislation, draft legislation,
拟定法案。
imperative, imperative,
非常重要的、迫切的。
implement, implement,
动词实施、执行、某法令、规定；名词工具、器具。